Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something, well, pretty much everyone faces and honestly often dreads, that question. Tell me about yourself.
Yeah. It sounds simple, right? But it pops up everywhere. New job, new class, just meeting people.
Exactly, and you're suddenly supposed to condense your whole life story into, 30 seconds? And make it sound good. It's tough.
It really is. It feels like a test.
Yeah.
And most people, well, they kind of fumble it, give a really bland answer. But the source material we've got today, it's fantastic.
It is. It's this really detailed conversation example. Two people, Paul and Emily, basically walking through how to answer this step by step.
And we're going to treat that conversation like a blueprint, a masterclass, really, in how you can share meaningfully about yourself.
Right. So the mission here isn't to give you a script to memorize. That wouldn't work. Instead, we're breaking down their conversation. We're looking at the categories they cover. Name, location, job, family, pets, hobbies, likes, dislikes. The goal is for you, the listener, to get really familiar with all these pieces of your own story so you're prepared. You know what you could share.
And then you can choose the right bits for the right situation, whether it's a quick intro or something deeper.
Exactly. And the source itself mentions their full chat was a very long answer. That's key. We're building the full comprehensive version first.
So you have all the tools. Once you know the long answer, crafting a short, effective one becomes, well, strategic.
Precisely. You're in control of them.
Okay, let's unpack this. So first things first, the absolute basics, name and age. Our examples are Paul, he's 28, and Emily, she's 25. Simple facts. But even age, it gives instant context. We immediately place them roughly, early career, maybe post-grad studies, that sort of thing.
It's like a quick filter for life stage.
Yeah, it's an anchor. Helps the listener subconsciously frame things. Are they just starting out? Are they established? Tiny detail, big impact. But the real personality clues start with location.
Right, where they're from and where they live now. And the contrast between Paul and Emily here is, wow, it's immediate.
It really is. Tell us about Paul.
Okay, so Paul, he's from the United States, lives in a small town. And he specifically says he likes it because it's quiet. Lives in a small house, has a garden.
Okay, stop there. That's packed with information, small town preference, likes the quiet, a garden. This paints a picture, doesn't it?
Yeah, someone who values calm, maybe needs space.
I'd say so. It suggests someone who might find busy environments maybe a bit overwhelming, values tranquility, reflection. The garden points to wanting a bit of personal, managed nature. Autonomy, maybe?
That makes sense. He's not just in a quiet place. He actively chose it, values it. Okay, so Emily.
What's her story?
Total opposite. She's from Canada, lives in a big city, and she loves that it's busy and noisy, lives in a small apartment.
See, completely different profile. Likes busy, likes noisy. Small apartment in a big city. That's just priorities, right?
Access over square footage.
Probably. She likely thrives on the energy, the stimulation, the hustle and bustle, as they say. It fuels her rather than drains her like it might Paul.
So is this just like a personality thing, or is one better?
Oh, definitely personality. Deep psychological split even. Think about stimulus load. Some people manage it by seeking quiet, like Paul. Others seek more stimulus, like Emily in the city. Neither is better, just different ways of operating different needs.
So this one detail, where you live and why it tells the listener so much about your energy, your values, right at the start.
Absolutely. Country, city size, house versus apartment. It's not just background noise. It sets the stage for who you are. It helps people connect or at least understand your world much faster. It gets you past the surface level almost instantly.
Okay, foundational stuff covered. Where do we go next?
Next up is vocation. Your job or what you study. If location is your habitat, vocation is kind of your internal compass, maybe. How you engage your skills with the world.
Right, the what do you do question. It's central. So, Paul.
Paul's an English teacher, and the source notes his enthusiasm. He enjoys it.
Okay, English teacher. That implies structure, rules, communication, clarity.
Exactly. Fits nicely with the quiet small town vibe, doesn't it? His work requires structure, logic, analytical thinking, teaching grammar, analyzing literature. It's rule-bound in a way.
And Emily.
She's a student studying art, loves to draw and paint.
So more fluid, creative expression, interpretation, maybe breaking rules rather than following them.
That's a great way to put it. Art often thrives on ambiguity, on finding new ways to see things. It connects directly to her passions, which we'll see later with hobbies.
It's interesting. The source actually mentions they'd make a perfect team for a podcast. an English teacher, and an art student.
Yeah, it highlights that complementary nature. One focused on language precision, the other on visual freedom, structure, and fluidity.
But could that also cause friction? Like, could they just misunderstand each other?
That's a really sharp point. They could, in theory. But the way they introduce it here frames it as a point of interest, not conflict. It sets up potential for exchange.
How so?
Well, you immediately think Paul could help Emily articulate her artistic ideas, maybe. And Emily could help Paul visualize abstract concepts. Their skills could enhance each other. So the takeaway for you listening is, it's not just what your job is, but the energy you bring to describing it.
Absolutely. If Paul just mumbled, "I'm a teacher," it's flat. But saying he enjoys it adds that layer of passion, commitment. That's attractive, socially speaking. It tells the listener if you're more of a, logical engine or a creative one, sets the tone for everything else.
Precisely. It's a quick window into your intellectual world.
Okay, so we have individual identity, sketched out location, job. Now, the intro often brings in the supporting cast. Family, maybe pets.
Right. It broadens the picture, shows your relational context. The source starts with siblings.
Emily has an older brother, Tom, who's 29, and Paul has a younger sister, Sarah. She studies music, plays the piano.
Interesting details. Emily's the younger sibling, Paul's the older. Subtle difference in lifelong dynamics, perhaps. But the key thing, Paul's sister studies music.
Connects to Emily, the art student, both in creative fields.
Exactly. It hints at a shared value, maybe within their families, for the arts. It's a small bridge between their worlds, built just by mentioning a sibling's interest.
That leads nicely into the parents' jobs. The source gives us this neat writer, doctor, teacher, chef framework.
Yeah, this is gold for quick insights, like a snapshot of the environment they grew up in. Let's break it down. Paul's parents.
Mother's a writer, father's a doctor.
Okay, think about that household. Writer suggests introspection, language, maybe creativity. Doctor suggests science, analysis, precision, probably long hours, high stakes.
So a home environment focused on what? Intellectual pursuits, rigor, maybe high expectations.
Seems likely. A blend of the analytical and the articulate. Fits well with Paul becoming an English teacher, doesn't it?
It does. Now, Emily's parents.
Her mother's a teacher, but teaches little children. Her father's a chef, works in a restaurant, cooks at home.
Very different vibe. Teaching young kids, that's nurturing, patience, foundational work. Chef, that's creative, sensory, service-oriented, hospitality.
A beautiful contrast, isn't it? Paul's background feels more intellectually demanding, maybe. Emily's feels more nurturing, creative, in a hands-on, sensory way.
So just by sharing parents' jobs, you give these huge clues about your background, your potential values.
It's social signaling by proxy. You're offering a shortcut to understanding your roots. If you say your parents were artists, people infer certain things. If they were engineers, different inferences. It's an efficient context.
Okay, and then the big one, pets. The dog person versus cat person divide.
Ah, yes, the ultimate personality shorthand, some would say. Paul.
Dog person has Max, described as brown, small, very friendly, very funny.
Friendly, funny. Suggests engagement, warmth, maybe a need for active companionship.
And Emily, cat person, has Luna, black and white, very quiet, very sleepy, sleeps all day.
Quiet, sleepy. Later she calls cats elegant. This signals maybe a preference for independence, calm, aesthetics, lower maintenance companionship, perhaps.
So choosing a dog versus a cat, or at least how you describe them, it telegraphs something.
I think so. Owning a dog often implies commitment to routine, activity, managing a certain level of, cheerful chaos. A cat like Luna suggests valuing quiet independence, maybe aesthetic appreciation more.
It fits their profiles again. Paul's friendly dog, matching his structured but warm persona. Emily's elegant cat, matching her artistic, maybe more introspective side.
Exactly. The adjectives they use make the pets memorable and reinforce the overall picture. It's much richer than just saying, I have a dog. All right, we've built the foundation, and now we need personality, flavor. That comes from likes and dislikes. This moves us from objective facts to subjective taste, which is where real connection happens.
Good point. Let's start with food. The source emphasizes specificity here. Paul likes pizza. Okay, common enough.
Oh, wait, there's more detail, right?
Right. Specifically vegetable pizza. Tomatoes, peppers, onions, he names the toppings.
Interesting choice. Balanced, maybe a bit more complex, healthy-ish, perhaps.
Compared to Emily, her favorite food is pasta. Also loves pizza, but pepperoni pizza.
Pasta and pepperoni pizza. Classic comfort food. Maybe hints at a preference for bolder, simpler flavors. Indulgence, maybe.
So veggie pizza versus pepperoni. It's another subtle layer. Paul going for balance, Emily for direct satisfaction.
Could be. It's tiny, but it adds texture. And the specificity is key. Saying veggie pizza with peppers gives someone much more to respond to than just pizza.
Okay, colors. Paul's favorite is blue, like the sky. He calls it a nice, calm color.
Textbook Paul, right?
They'll
Calm, stable, serene. Blue is often associated with that. Reinforces everything else we've heard.
And Emily, she picks green, like nature, trees, grass.
Again, fits perfectly. Green associated with growth, nature, creativity, life. Very fitting for an art student who probably draws inspiration from the natural world.
So blue for reflection, green for vitality. It's like a mood ring readout.
In a way, yes. Low effort, high return in terms of signaling your general demeanor. Then animal preferences, again, dogs for Paul. Loyal, friendly. Cats for Emily. Elegant, independent. It hammers the point home.
Okay, no, dislikes. This feels trickier. Is it okay to be negative in an intro?
That's the common fear. But I think dislikes are crucial. They show boundaries. They show what you don't align with, which defines your personality just as much as what you do like. It shows you have opinions, standards.
Makes sense. So food dislikes. Paul doesn't like olives. Emily dislikes very spicy hot food. Simple enough.
Relatively low stakes.
Yeah.
But the activity dislikes. Those are often more revealing. Paul dislikes waiting in long lines. Says it's boring.
That screams efficiency. Someone who values their time, hates waste. Very much the structured teacher, perhaps.
I think so. He's bothered by inefficiency. Now, Emily.
She dislikes waking up very early, explicitly says she's not a morning person, likes sleep.
That suggests prioritizing personal rhythm, maybe. Autonomy over schedule. Common among creative types who might work better at different hours, less bound by conventional structure.
And mentioning these dislikes, it makes you relatable, right? Who likes waiting in lines or getting up super early if they don't have to?
Exactly. It's an instant connection point. Shared frustration can build rapport just as fast, sometimes faster, than shared enjoyment. You're inviting empathy. Oh, me too.
All right, moving on to hobbies. This is about what you do for fun, for relaxation, how you express yourself outside of work or study.
And these often tie back neatly to the core identity we've been building. They solidify the picture. What are Emily's hobbies?
Very on brand for an art student. Painting every weekend, says it helps her relax. Also reading storybooks, adventure stories.
Okay, so painting is her stress relief, directly linked to her studies but framed as relaxation. Reading adventure stories suggests escapism, imagination, narrative, all things that can fuel creativity. Makes sense. Paul's hobbies, listening to music, but again, specifics. Old rock music.
Yeah.
And playing sports soccer on Saturdays. Old rock music, not just music. That specificity is gold. It implies something about taste, maybe nostalgia, authenticity. And soccer, that shows an active, social, maybe competitive side.
So it balances his quiet, reflective side. He's got the intellectual pursuit, teaching, maybe the music, and the physical, team-based outlet, soccer.
It shows a well-rounded approach to life.
Yeah.
Structure and activity working together. What about movies?
Common ground here. Both like comedy movies, love to laugh. That's a nice shared point. Emily also adds animated movies, praises the imagination, the beauty.
Animated movies, often visually rich, stylistically innovative. Perfect for someone studying art, right? Appreciating the craft, the color, the storytelling through visuals.
So we have all these details. What's the real point of listing hobbies in an introduction?
This is critical. It's not just information dumping. The point, the ROI, is generating follow-up questions.
Can you give an example?
Sure, if Paul just says, I like music,
Oh.
where does the conversation go? It kind of stalls. But I love old rock music. Immediately, you can ask, oh, really, like who? Or what's your favorite era?
So the detail opens doors for the other person?
Exactly. Hobbies are conversation starters. They're invitations. You're sharing something you enjoy, which naturally prompts curiosity. You paint. What sort of things do you paint? It makes the interaction easy and flows naturally from what you've offered.
It shows where you invest your free time, your passion, makes you seem more, well, interesting and approachable.
Precisely. It gives multiple potential hooks for connection. Okay, so we've walked through the whole thing, the full detailed introduction modeled by Paul and Emily. Let's quickly list the categories again. Name, from live, age, job, family, pets, hobbies, likes, dislikes.
That's a lot of information. It feels overwhelming. Do you really share all of that every time someone asks?
No, absolutely not. That's the crucial point. This deep dive gives you the complete menu, the full inventory, but you only pick what's appropriate for the situation.
So it's about strategic selection.
Exactly. And this brings in something called anchoring bias. Have you heard of that?
Vaguely. Remind me.
It's the idea that the first piece of information someone receives heavily influences their perception of everything that follows. So what you choose to lead with in your introduction anchors how people see you.
Okay, so if I start with my job,
You anchor yourself as the professional. If you start with, say, your passion for volunteering.
I anchor myself as the community-minded person. I see. So the order matters a lot.
Hugely. Let's take some concrete examples. You're in a professional setting, like a workshop or a class. What do you prioritize?
Probably things relevant to being there. Name, maybe job, or what I hope to learn. Perfect, like Paul's approach. I'm Paul, English teacher from the US, here to learn about digital tools for my classroom. It's focused, relevant, professional. Okay. But what if it's a party? Or just meeting someone casually for coffee? Then you shift focus. Less structure, more flavor, more relatability. Emily's approach works well. Hi, I'm Emily. I love painting and listening to old rock music. She hasn't even mentioned being a student there. She's leading with fun, shared interests.
Exactly. 2 immediate non-work hooks for conversation. The goal is connection, not qualification. Having that full checklist we built means you can tailor it. Talking to an animal lover. Mention Max or Luna early. Talking to a foodie. Lead with the pizza preference.
It's like having a toolkit and picking the right tool for the job.
Precisely. And notice how Paul and Emily summarized at the end of their long talk. They gave short, punchy versions. Yeah, Paul said, "Hello, my name is Paul. I am a teacher. I like dogs and pizza, but I don't like olives."
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a student. I love cats and pasta, but I don't like to wake up early.
Those work really well. Quick, memorable, mixes identity likes and a specific dislike. It's a neat little package. Who I am, what I enjoy, one boundary, delivered efficiently. But the absolute biggest takeaway for you, the listener, what's that?
Reframe the question. Tell me about yourself isn't a test. It's not a demand. It's an invitation. An invitation to share just a little slice of your world. And how you deliver it with a smile, with warmth that matters just as much as the words. Enthusiasm is contagious. #tag outro.
Wow, that was incredibly thorough. We really dissected that. We've got Paul, the calm, structured, blue-loving teacher from the quiet town with his friendly dog, Max.
And Emily, the creative, stimulus-seeking, green-loving art student from the big city with her elegant cat, Luna, who hates mornings. We learned so much more than just facts. We saw their personalities emerge through their choices.
It really does show how a good, structured conversation, even if it's just an introduction, can be so revealing.
Yeah.
And yeah, time flew by.
It does when you're digging into something interesting. And just to leave you with that final thought, building on the idea of the invitation and the anchoring.
Go on.
Think about the power you have in sequencing these details. We've given you the menu, name, job, hobby, pet, like, dislike, origin. Which one do you put first?
Does it really change things that much?
Completely. Leading with, I'm a lawyer, creates a very different first impression than leading with, I spend my weekends restoring vintage motorcycles. Both might be true, but the anchor shifts the entire initial perception. So you're saying we should consciously decide, who do I want this person to see me as right now in this first moment?
Exactly. You curate your introduction based on your goal for that specific interaction. Use the checklist, know your goal, choose your anchor, sequence smartly, and deliver it with warmth. That's how you turn a potentially awkward question into a genuine connection.
That's powerful advice. A great way to wrap up. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into, well, ourselves, essentially. We hope this makes that next Tell Me About Yourself feel less like a test and more like an opportunity.
Hope so, too.
Until next time, keep digging.